What is up, sports bettors? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam coming to you with another sharp Week 1 NFL bet. You've probably seen a ton of videos from me now previewing Week 1 games, giving out my best bets, my early best bets, stuff like that. But there is a game that has a pretty good storyline to it that I haven't talked about yet. And I'm talking about the Browns at the Panthers. Of course, the main storyline being Baker Mayfield playing against his former team. He was on the Browns. He was traded over to the Panthers. And all reports out of camp from Baker Mayfield have been about how excited he is to play against his old team. Anybody that knows Baker Mayfield knows that he is brash. He likes to talk smack. He is certainly not afraid of the moment or afraid of anybody. Excuse me. So if there's anybody that was going to relish an opportunity to play against the team that traded him away, traded for a quarterback in Deshaun Watson, which I'm not going to go into that scenario, it just has a horrible, horrible list of things going on. They opted for that guy over Mayfield, so I can understand why he's so motivated. So that is the game that I will be talking about today. I'm going to find value using the OddsJam Positive Expected Value page. So I was scanning through the page looking for different lines, and I saw a play here on the Panthers money line at minus 125 that I thought had a ton of value. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this one. It's minus 125 on WinBet. It's a positive EV play, a full unit. So whatever your 1 unit size is for this game or for your bankroll, I would put it on the Carolina Panthers minus 125. So to talk about the math behind it, of course, like I mentioned, I found it using the OddsJam Positive Expected Value page. The OddsJam Positive EV page provides betting opportunities in which you are gaining an edge over the sportsbook that you're placing the bet on. In this case, minus 125 at WinBet is the bet that we are placing it at. The OddsJam line with the VIG removed has this at worse odds than that with about minus 125 and a half essentially. So a small gap here, only 0.15% in positive expected value, but it's still a bet that is worthy of taking. So even these lower EV percents that you see here are still good. They're still profitable, and they definitely shouldn't be avoided, which is exactly why I locked this one in. And we can just see a pretty insane value here on WinBet at minus 125. Every other book, and you can almost see here, the average odds for this play is at minus 133, with sharper books such as Bet Online, which you see here, the OddsJam line, which is the sharpest line in the world, pricing it a full 10 to 15 cents higher than when we got it at on WinBet. Now, I know it might not seem like a big deal, but line shopping is the most important thing you can do as a sports bettor in order to make money. When you're line shopping, you're constantly getting the best odds, getting the best lines, and it's just an easy way to make sure that you are profitable in the long run. So getting this at minus 125 is pretty insane value here. So this is my favorite pick for this game. I love backing the Panthers money line on this one. So it's a math-friendly play. It's a mathematically profitable bet that we found, again, using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. And for sports reasons, I absolutely love this one. The Panthers are kind of the saddest team in football. They traded for Sam Darnold last year. Sam Darnold, third overall pick of the 2018 draft, was really bad last year. If you look at positional grades according to PFF, had him literally as the second worst quarterback in all of the NFL last year. He was below Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, like some horrible quarterbacks, all graded better than Sam Darnold. The only person that was worse than him was the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger. So even though Baker Mayfield didn't exactly light the world on fire, he was only ranked 30th. That's still a pretty decent gap between how bad Sam Darnold was. So I do think that they will get some sort of quarterback increase. And if you look at the team last year, I mean, defensively, the Panthers weren't bad. They were 15th in defensive DVOA. They have some talent on the defensive side of the ball. Brian Burns is a good defensive end. Obviously, they have cornerback who they drafted last year, J.C. Horn, who's coming off of an injury, but you hope can stay healthy. So their defense was fine. 15th isn't world-beating by any means, but it's not terrible. Their offense, again, look how bad that is. 31st in offensive DVOA, the second worst team in the entire NFL in offensive DVOA last year. Unsurprisingly, when you see how bad Darnold was, you're not surprised at how bad they finished. So Cleveland, with Baker Mayfield at the helm, finished all the way up at 14th. And Carolina has some pretty good weapons to throw to. He's got DJ Moore, who's a really, really talented receiver. Out of the backfield, assuming he can stay healthy, they have Christian McCaffrey. So he has some weapons. And this Cleveland team starting Jacoby Brissett, now he actually didn't grade horribly last year. You see him for Cleveland as the 15th best quarterback in the NFL, but we kind of know what Jacoby Brissett is at this point. He's a journeyman backup quarterback for a reason. He seems to be beloved. Everybody seems to like him, but he's never been able to latch on as a starter for a reason. Now, Baker has shown potential prior to how bad he was last year. In his career, he has shown potential. So I think in a game in which he's having a revenge narrative going against his old team in the Browns, I can see a ton of value backing the Carolina Panthers and Baker Mayfield in this game. Not to mention that they're at home. They are the home team in this game, which I do think has some sort of importance. And the Browns, who knows how they're going to fare with the whole Deshaun Watson circus surrounding the team. He's suspended for the first 11 games, but I do think that there could be some issues within the Browns that we'll have to keep in mind. But for week one, regardless, I love getting the Panthers money line here at only minus 125 odds. So I locked this one in, $125 on this play. Now I just need to add it to my bet tracker and I am good to go. So bet has been placed, bet has been added to my bet tracker, and that's it. So if you are tailing this at home, again, it's a 1-unit play on the Panthers money line at minus 125 odds. Definitely recommend locking it in. Other than that, I would appreciate comments on the video. Let me know your feedback. Like the video, comment, like I mentioned, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.